बंद कर पूछ ले रिटेंशन में करा कुछ और बोले ज्वाइन कर दे बस
नहीं तो तू बैटरी नहीं आती
बाकी चल दे
ये मॉर्निंग तो तू
આપણે ઓન આ થઈ ગયું રીતેન સર
यस सर हेलो
હા ચાલુ રાખ શું બોલે ચાલુ રાખ
हाँ
સેલ તો નાખો એટલે બેટરી તો નાખો
કઈ છે આઈન જો ગોઠવાતું નહીં તાર રીતેન સર બોર્ડ એડજસ્ટ કરું છું જોજો
हाँ सर
ઓકે
हाँ
બોર્ડ બરાબર છે
सेट ज છે
और दिक्कत है ना ओके चला है
62
ओके चालू करવું છે
एसयूवी सर करવું है तो कर दिए
कर दिया now good afternoon yesterday 2 questions were left good afternoon yesterday we have done in-text question but one student told me that sir 2 questions are left so let us check that one was already they are the theory section but still we do it they are not numericals write the chemistry of recharging lead storage cell question number 14 I can write the reaction for recharging lead storage cell. So for this cell we have to write the recharging reaction. Now recharging means what? When the reaction is in forward direction, the battery will discharge. So recharging reaction will be reverse. So for that you should know all these 3 types. Let us see. First, what was the reaction at anode? At anode Pb was there, combines with SO4 2 minus ion from H2SO4 solution and gets converted to PbSO4 plus 2 electron, right? At cathode, PbO2 that also combines with SO4 2 minus aqueous plus 4H plus because 2 moles of sulfuric acid are used up. So 4H will be there plus 2 electron and get deposited as PbSO4 plus water. Right? The net reaction was so here 2 electron cancel. So net reaction was Pb plus PbO2 plus 2H2SO4. Can I write it? 4H plus and 2SO4. It is 2H2SO4. Gives 2 times PbSO4 plus 2H2O. This is your discharging reaction. Is discharging reaction. Because if you go on continuously use the battery, then the cell reaction will discharge and PbSO4 will be accumulated at anode and cathode, and sulfuric acid, I told you, density decreases. So the cell is discharged. In the question it is asked, write recharging reaction. Reaction for recharge. For recharge, you have to reverse the reaction. So therefore, recharging reaction will be reverse of this. PbSO4 plus 2H2O. You have to supply current. So it will be back converted to Pb plus PbO2 plus 2H2SO4. So this is your answer. Right? Now question number 15. It was also left. Explain how rusting of iron is envisaged as setting up an electrochemical cell. So the question 15 is related to rusting of iron. How rusting of iron is envisaged as setting up an electrochemical cell. Right? These also we have done in theory section. Now you know how the rusting of iron takes place. For that also I told you that you take a piece of iron, and whenever there is a slight bend on the surface of iron, then that part acts as anode. Right? And at anode, for balancing, I have written 2Fe gives 2Fe2 plus 2 electron, sorry, 4 electron. So this electron will move to such a place, you can say cathode, where it can reduce oxygen of air from H plus by 2 electron and gets converted to 2H2. Right? So these reactions are there which are setting up the electrochemical cell. So you can write at anode 2Fe2 plus, sorry, 2Fe gives 2Fe2 plus 4 electron, and at cathode O2 gas from the air combines with 4H plus, takes 4 electron and get deposited as 2H2. But I told you simultaneously Fe2 plus is further oxidized to Fe3 plus in presence of atmospheric oxygen. And forms Fe2O3, which combines with the water molecule, and by this way rusting starts at cathode. So these are the two questions which yesterday we have not taken. So you can write it.
Capture, sir.
Okay. Now, Riten sir, have they done the
Yes.
homework, and are they having any doubt in the homeworks given, in the numericals given in the homework? You can ask them if they have doubt, we can solve it. Otherwise, the remaining questions will complete it.
Okay, sir. I send message.
Okay. Now, dear students, yesterday I have given you the homework. The homework was exercise question. Homework was from 1 to 9 and 11 to 15, right? So if you have doubt, you can write in the chat section. Otherwise, we'll solve the remaining questions and we'll complete this chapter today. Ethan, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
No
is there
doubt.
any doubt? All you have done?
Most of students do not have any doubt.
Okay. Then I will start. See, if you have the doubt, you can write it in a chat section or personally, you can send the message on the WhatsApp so we can give you the solution for that. But even though I have given you the homework, I would like to do some numericals from this homework section, which may be difficult for you. That is question number 5. Example number 5. Write the Nast equation and EMF of the following cell at 25 degrees Celsius. That is 298 Kelvin, right? Now in this, there are 4 numericals given to you. The first 3 are very easy, but the 4th one, you may find it difficult. So I'll write it. PT, Br to liquid, oblique Br minus 0.010 molar, double slash H plus 0.030 molar, oblique H2, gas 1 bar, oblique PT. Right? So this numerical might be difficult for you. The values are given. E0, Br2 oblique Br minus, this value is plus 1.08. And another is hydrogen. So we know the value of hydrogen, right? So this numerical, it may be difficult for you. Let us see how the reaction takes place. This is given to you. Now, solution. First of all, write the reaction taking place at anode. At anode, bromine is there and bromine undergoes oxidation. So what reaction you will write it? Br minus 0.01 molar. I can write it. I can remove this 0. Loses electron and gets converted to Br2 plus electron. This is your oxidation because loss of electron is called oxidation. Br minus loses electron and becomes neutral, right? So if you want to balance, you can make it half here. Or you can multiply also. At cathode. At cathode is H plus 0.03 molar. Will take this electron and will be deposited as half H2 gas. Right? So these are the reactions taking place. Now what is asked? Write the Nernst equation. So I'll write Nernst equation. According to Nernst equation, what will be Nernst equation? E cell is equal to E0 cell minus 0.059 by n. This time number of electron transfer is 1 into log of product by reactant. What is the product? Br2 raised to half H2 raised to half divided by reactant Br minus into H plus. Right? Now, this is gas, yeah, liquid, but concentration is 1. Here also it will be 1 atmosphere. So what you will write here? E cell is equal to, now E0 cell. What will be E0 cell? That we have not written. So E0 cell will be E0 reduction at cathode minus E0 reduction at anode. Right? Who is at cathode? Hydrogen. So its value is 0. This is 0.0 minus E0 reduction at anode. At anode is bromine. The value of bromine is given to you. It is 1.08. Right? So now you can put here. Your answer is minus 1.08. Here it will be minus 1.08. Minus 0.059. If I carry on, it will be 6. Right? Log of 1 upon, this is 1. Br minus. What is the value of Br minus? 0.01. Divided by H plus 0.03. So this will be equal to minus 1.08 minus 0.06 into log of 1 divided by, this will be 3 into 10 raised to minus 4. Will it be 3 into 10 raised to minus 4? This is 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. This is 3 into 10 raised to minus 2. So 10 raised to minus 4. So your answer will be minus 1.08 minus 0.06 into, can I write like this? Log of 10 raised to 4 divided by 3. Minus 1.08 minus 0.06 into bracket. I can write log of 10 raised to 4 minus log 3. Now, value of log 3. Value of log 3 will be, this is 0.06, this will be 4, log 10, 1, and 0.03. It is 0.4771. Log 3 will be, I think so, it is 0.4771. You can check it. Yeah, let me see in the textbook. Okay, it is 0.4771 only. So this will be how much? 4 minus 0.4771. It will be 3.522. 8, I will write it. Okay. So you can write here minus 1.08 minus 0.06 into 3.5. So 3.5 into 0.06. 6 3 ja 18 and 5 6 ja 30, 18, 19, 20, 21. It will be 21. So your answer will be minus 1.29 volt. This is your E cell. So by this way, you have to calculate the cell potential.
Done, sir.
Okay.
And sir,
Yes.
homework number 11 to 14, not 15.
11 to 14 ma?
11 to 14
11 to
only.
okay, it was 11 to 14 only. Okay. Okay. So this was one of the numerical which I found it difficult for you people, right? Otherwise, others are easy. Now next. Now, the eighth numerical also will do it from 1 to 9. It's easy, but that type we have not done it anyone. So that we'll do it. The conductivity of point 0.20 molar solution of KCl at 298 Kelvin temperature is 0.0248 Siemens per centimeter. Calculate its molar conductivity. Calculate its molar conductivity. Right? Now what is given? You know, in this numerical conductivity is given. Conductivity is how much? 0.0248. Can I write it? It will be 2.48 into 10 raised to minus 2. I am shifting, right? Siemens per centimeter, right? Then molarity is given 0.2. That can I write? I can write it 2 into 10 raised to minus 1 molar, right? Now calculate molar conductivity. For that we know, you can write, we know that molar conductivity is equal to kappa into 1000 by C. C is a concentration, so you can put the values. Kappa is 2.48 into 10 raised to minus 2 into 1000 by concentration is 2 into 10 raised to minus 1. Now solve this. Your answer will be, if I divide this by 2, 1.24, so this will be 1.24 into 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to, this minus 1 will go up, plus 1, minus 1. So your answer will be 1.24 into 10 raised to 2, which is equal to 124. This will be your molar conductivity, whose unit is Siemens centimeter square per mole. One more numerical we'll do it in this. Example number 9, right? The resistance of conductivity cell containing 0.001 molar KCl solution at 298 Kelvin temperature is 1500 ohm. What is cell constant? You know cell constant is L by A or G asterisk, right? We have done in the theory. If kappa means conductivity of 0.001 molar KCl is 0.146 into 10 raised to minus 3 Siemens per centimeter. This is given. Now, if you have gone through the theory, then we have written that we know that resistance is equal to cell constant by kappa, or you can write L by A into kappa, right? But this L by A is G asterisk. Now you want what? The resistance is given, R is already given, right? Concentration is there. Say just for the confusion, they have given you the concentration. No need to use this concentration right now. We have to use only this formula. So can I write it? What is a cell constant? Therefore, G asterisk, which is a cell constant, will be equal to R into kappa. R is given. What is this resistance given of a conductivity cell at 298 is 1500 ohm into kappa. Kappa is given 0.146. I can write 1.46 into 10 raised to. I am shifting 1. So it will be minus 4. So now multiply this. You will get your answer. 0.219. G asterisk will be 0.219 centimeter inverse. So these are the two numericals from the homework.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, example 10, we'll take it. So this is over. Now the example 10 is the conductivity of sodium chloride at 298 Kelvin has been determined at different concentration. The conductivity of sodium chloride at 298 Kelvin has been determined at different concentration. And the results are, the results are given. I am writing here concentration. It is given in molarity. Kappa Siemens per meter, right? These two values are given in a table. 5 values are given. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first value is 0.001 and this is 1.237. Second is 0.01, 11.85. 0.02, 23.15. 0.05, 55.53. And 0.100, 106.74. This is given to you, right? Calculate lambda m for all concentration. Calculate lambda m for all concentration and plot a graph of lambda m versus square root of c and find lambda 0 m. This is based on Kohlroff's law, and I told you how to find out lambda 0 m by plotting a graph. You have to extrapolate the graph, right? For a strong electrolyte, and NaCl is a strong electrolyte. So first of all, we'll find out the values lambda m. And you know what is lambda m, right? So first, we'll find out lambda m. Lambda m is equal to kappa into 1000 by C. Siemens centimeter square per mole. So important thing is here it is given in per meter into 10 raised to 2. So if you want to convert it into centimeter, it will be 10 raised to minus 4, right? So I will write the first value. Kappa is equal to 1.237. It will be, this is 10 raised to minus 2. So this will be 10 raised to minus 4 into 1000 by C. C is given 0.001, right? So 0.001 means 10 raised to minus 3. This will be cancelled out. So your answer will be 1.237 into 10 raised to minus 4. That I can write it as 123.7. This is your kappa, sorry, lambda m. And what will be square root of C? Square root of 0.001. Square root of C will be equal to 0.0316 molar. So these are your first values. Similarly, you can find out lambda m2. This is lambda m1. This is lambda m2. I am finding out for 2. Right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 values I will get it. Lambda m2 will be, now I am directly putting the values. 11.85 into 10 raised to minus 4 divided by, sorry, into 1000 means 10 raised to 3 divided by, the value is 0.01. So this will be equal to, if you calculate it, it is 118.5. It will be 118.5. See here, it is 10 raised to minus 2. Minus 2 will go up. So it is 10 raised to minus 2. And from that minus 3 is gone. So 10. You have to multiply it, it will be 118.5. Right? This is your lambda m, and square root of C, square root of 0.01. Square root of 0.01 will be 0.1. So this is your second value. Similarly, you can find out lambda m3. Lambda m3 will be 23.15 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 10 raised to 3000 divided by your concentration is 0.02. If you divide this value, you will get 115.8, right? And square root of C, square root of 0.02, it will be 0.1414. So this is your third value. Similarly, you can find out lambda m4. Lambda m4, fourth value will be 55.53 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 10 raised to 3 divided by concentration. Concentration is 0.05. So this value will be equal to 111.1, and square root of C means square root of 0.05. Square root of 0.05 will be 0.2236. So this is your fourth answer. And then you can find out lambda m5. Lambda m5 will be, put your values, 106.74 into 10 raised to minus 4 into 1000 divided by concentration 0.1. This will be equal to 106.74. See, 0.1 means 10 raised to minus 1 will go up. So it will be minus 3 plus 3 cancel, right? So it will be the same answer. And square root of C, square root of 0.1. See, here you have taken square root of 0.01. Sorry, here, first one, 0.001. So the answer was how much? 0.0316. So here it will be 0.316 molar. So these are your total 5 values of square root of C and lambda m. Then you plot a graph, right? If you plot a graph using this value, Riten sir,
Yes, sir.
take a screenshot first. Otherwise, 1 minute, wait for 1 minute. I will draw here. If I plot a graph of square root of C versus lambda m, then you will get a straight line graph. You can plot it by taking a graph paper, exact values, you can take all these values. Finally, when you extrapolate this graph, here you will get the answer at 124, right? Here you will get your answer at 124 because up to 123.7 you are going to plot a graph like this. Five values you have to plot it, right? And at 124.7, this is your intercept. And this intercept is nothing but lambda 0m. And lambda 0m will be 124 Siemens centimeter square per mole. So once you get the values, you can plot a graph. After plotting a graph, you can find out the intercept. The intercept will be 124. So this will be your homework. You have to plot the graph taking these 5 values plus these 5 values, right? And plot it on a graph paper, and you have to send that homework in WhatsApp by taking a screenshot.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, up to 14 there was a homework. We'll start with the 15th. But still, if you have any doubt in from 11 to 14, you can raise your doubt in a chat section. Now, numerical number 15. Right? A solution of nickel nitrate is electrolyzed between platinum electrodes using a 5 ampere current, using a current of 5 ampere for 20 minutes. What mass of nickel is deposited at cathode? Question mark. Atomic mass of nickel is 58.7. This is given to you. Now, first of all, try to understand the question. A solution of nickel nitrate is electrolyzed. So you know how to write the electrolysis. Nickel nitrate, when undergoes electrolysis by passing electric current using inert electrode platinum, we get Ni2 plus aqueous plus 2 times NO3 minus aqueous. Right? This you know how to write the electrolysis. Between platinum electrode using a current of 5 ampere. So what is given? Given is I, 5 ampere. Right? For 20 minutes, time is given. 20 minutes. Convert it into second, multiply by 60. So 6 to the 12, 1200 seconds. Right? What mass of nickel is deposited at cathode? Mass of nickel means weight of nickel is asked. Question mark. Atomic mass is given. Now, whenever this type of questions are being asked in MCQ, I told you one short formula. So we'll do it by both the method. But here you have to show the method. So what will be the method? First you can write at cathode. And I told you cathode is negative. So who will be attracted at negative electrode? Positive, Ni2 plus. And only Ni2 plus is asked. So Ni2 plus takes 2 electron and get deposited as nickel solid. Now look theoretically. 2 moles of electron gives 1 mole of nickel. 2 moles electrons gives 1 mole nickel. And 1 mole nickel is equal to 58.7 gram. Now 2 moles electron means what? You know, 2 into 96500. 2 into 96500 coulomb gives 58.7 gram nickel. Right? Actually, you are passing how much? Q is equal to IT. Therefore, Q is equal to I into T, that is equal to 5 into 1200, that is equal to 12 5 is 60, 6000 coulomb, 12 5 is 60 and 2 zeros. This much coulomb will give you how much nickel? You can calculate it. So it will be 6000 into 58.7 divided by 6000 into 58.7 divided by 2 into 96500. So 2 zeros will be cancelled. This will be 30. And if you calculate it, you will get your answer. The nickel deposited is 1.825 gram. This is your answer, right? But the same numerical, if you don't want to write it in detail, you can use or this formula for JEE and NEET examination, right? For that, you can use a short formula. We know that. According to Faraday's first law of electrolysis, we have written one formula. Weight of nickel, it was general, but here I want nickel, is equal to, what was the formula? Atomic mass of nickel into I into T divided by N into 96500. So now you want weight. Atomic weight of nickel is how much? 58.7 into I 5 T 1200 divided by N, number of electron transfer will be 2 and 96500. Is it the same thing? 2 zeros cancel. 6 2s are 12. So 6 5s are 30 into 58.7. Is it same thing? 30 into 58.7 by 965. And that will be also equal to 1.825 gram nickel. So, as per your examinations, you can solve it. If it is given in the board exam, you have to show the method. If it is your MCQ, you can write it in short.
Capture, sir.
Okay. Now, numerical number 16. Three electrolytic cells A, B, C containing a solutions of ZnSO4, AgNO3 and CuSO4 respectively are connected in a series a steady current of 1.5 ampere was passed through them until 1.5 0.45 gram of silver is deposited at cathode. Of the cell B. Right, because at B, you can see here nickel, sorry, yes, silver is there. How long did the current flow? How long did the current flow? Question mark. What mass of copper and zinc were deposited? Atomic weight of silver, 108. That of copper, 63.5, and zinc, 65.3. This is given to you. Now, try to understand this question first of all. Three electrolytic cells A, B, C containing a solution of zinc sulfate, silver nitrate and copper sulfate respectively are connected in a series. See, whenever you see the statement connected in a series and steady current is passed, yeah, same current is passed, automatically in your mind Faraday's second law of electrolysis will come, right? So you will try to solve this numerical by Faraday's second law of electrolysis. A steady current of 1.5 ampere was passed through the cell, through them, until 1.45 gram of silver is deposited, right? Datas are given. I will write here because space is not there. So I will write here 1.45 gram of silver is deposited. Means weight of silver, you got it, right? How long did the current flow? Means what is asked? Let me write it first of all. Given weight of silver deposited is 1.45 gram. Remaining, already it is written, so I will not write it, right? Time is asked. Current is given. And one more point, weight of copper and zinc is asked. Okay. This is asked to you. Before we solve this year in March 2020, the same numerical along with the same data, it was asked. The weight of silver was 1.45. Everything is same. 1.5 ampere current is passed. Only in the numerical, instead of ZnSO4, they have given nickel sulfate in your March 2020 exam, right? Means what? Instead of asking the weight of zinc, they have asked the weight of nickel. So the same numerical was asked in 4 marks. The numerical was of 4 marks. So first we'll try to solve it. Here, actually you have to apply 2 Faraday's law. Faraday's first law of electrolysis and Faraday's second law of electrolysis. First I will write, according to Faraday's first law. According to Faraday's first law of electrolysis. Now we'll write Faraday's first law of electrolysis. We know what is Faraday's first law of electrolysis. Weight is equal to atomic weight into I into T divided by N into 96500, right? This was our formula. Already I have derived this during theory section. So therefore, what will be T? Can I write like this? T is equal to W of silver, it is given, into N into 96500 divided by atomic weight of silver into I. Now find out T, put the value. So therefore, T will be weight of silver given is 1.45. Number of electron transfer, only one, because it is Ag plus electron gives Ag, right? So according to this equation, N is equal to 1. So I can put it 1 here into 96500 coulomb divided by atomic weight of silver 108. It is given to you, right? And I 1.5 ampere. So if you solve this, the value of time 863.73. This is your answer, right? Now, your first question is being solved. This we have done it. Now the second one, weight of copper and weight of zinc. That also we know. According to Faraday's second law of electrolysis. Now it's very easy. You know, weight of silver divided by weight of zinc will be equal to equivalent weight of silver divided by equivalent weight of zinc. Use this formula. Therefore, I want weight of zinc. So therefore, what will be weight of zinc? Weight of zinc will be, this will go up. So this will go on this side. Weight of zinc will be equal to weight of Ag. This will go up. Weight of Ag into equivalent weight of zinc divided by equivalent weight of silver. This will be equal to, see, this will go up. Equivalent weight of zinc into weight of silver divided by equivalent weight of Ag, and this will go up. So now you can put here. Weight of silver given is 1.45. Equivalent weight of zinc, atomic mass divided by number of electron transfer in Zn, it will be plus 2. 63.5. Sorry, 65.3 divided by 2 into equivalent weight of silver 108 by 1. So this you have to solve it. If you solve, the weight of zinc will be 0.438 gram. 0.438 gram of zinc will be deposited. Similarly, you can find out. This was your first answer. This is your second. Third, weight of silver divided by weight of copper will be equal to equivalent weight of silver divided by equivalent weight of copper. So therefore, can I write like this? Therefore, weight of copper is equal to weight of silver equivalent weight of copper divided by equivalent weight of silver. Now substitute the value. Weight of silver is 1.45, but equivalent weight of copper is 63.5 divided by 2, n factor of copper. Cu plus 2 electron gives Cu. So it is 2 divided by 2, and here it will be 108 divided by 1. So this answer, if you solve it, you will get the answer 0.426 gram. It will be nearby because everything is same. Here it is 63.5. Here it is, sorry, 65.3. Here it is 63.5. So lower value, somewhat less value, you will get it. So by this way, you have to solve these numericals. Here, both the laws, Faraday's first law of electrolysis, Faraday's second law of electrolysis, both are used up, right? And this was asked in the board exam in 4 marks.
Done, sir.
Wait a minute. Huh? Now, numerical number 17 from the exercise. Question number 17 actually. Let us see whether it's a numerical or not. Using the standard electrode potential, using the standard electrode potentials, predict if the reaction between the following pair is feasible or not. You have to predict this is feasible. First given is Fe3 plus and I minus. Second pair given is Ag plus and Cu. Third pair is given is Fe plus and Br minus. The fourth pair given is silver and Fe plus 3. And the fifth pair is Br2 and Fe plus 2. Right. Given E0, I2 oblique I minus 0.54 volt. E0 Cu2 plus oblique Cu 0.34 volt. E0 Br2 oblique Br minus 1.09 volt. E0 Ag plus oblique 0.80 volt. And E0 Fe3 plus oblique Fe2 plus 0.77 volt. This is the data given to you. Now, they have asked the feasibility of a reaction, right? And in 11th standard, we have studied about feasibility. Feasible means spontaneous. And in the beginning of this chapter, I told you, for a spontaneous reaction, delta G0 should be negative. For a spontaneous reaction, delta G0 should be negative. That you have studied in 11th in thermodynamics. And to make delta G0 negative, E0 should be positive, because we know the formula. Delta G0 is equal to minus NF E0 cell. Right? If you use this formula and put it here positive, then positive into negative, it will be negative. So for any reaction to be spontaneous or for any reaction to be feasible, your E0 cell which you are going to calculate using this pair, it should be positive. If the value is positive, you can say it is feasible. Out of 5, I will take 2 examples, one feasible and one non-feasible or non-spontaneous. Remaining you can practice in the homework, right? Let us take the first one. Let us solve the first one. Fe3 plus and I minus, right? Now when you want to connect Fe plus 3 and I minus, can you find out like this? Fe3 plus I minus gives I2 plus, because this will undergo reduction, Fe2 plus, right? So you can see here, one electron is there. Okay, if you want to balance it, you can make it half I2, just for the balancing, right? So what will be, therefore, what will be E delta, E cell? E0 cell will be equal to E0 reduction at cathode minus E0 reduction at anode. So who is at cathode? The thing which will undergo reduction. Who is undergoing reduction? Fe plus 3 is reduced to Fe plus 2. So value is 0.77. Minus E0 reduction at anode. At anode, who is undergoing reduction? Anode oxidation, but iodine will be there. So iodine value will be, it is given to you here, 0.54. So if you subtract this, 7 minus 4, it will be 3. 7 minus 5, it will be 2. So is it positive value? Right? Therefore, the above reaction is feasible. So by this way you can find out. I'll take one more example. Right? We'll take the third one with Fe and Br minus. Right? Fe here also it will be plus 3 only. So the third one is Fe plus 3 plus Br minus gives same half Br2 plus Fe plus 2. Right? Now, this is undergoing reduction. Fe is undergoing reduction. Br minus is undergoing oxidation. So what will be E cell? E0 cell will be E0 reduction at cathode minus E0 reduction at anode. This is our formula. So who is E0 reduction at cathode? At cathode, the material which will undergo reduction. This is undergoing reduction. Therefore, cathode. Right? So Fe plus 3, you know the value, it is 0.77 volt. Minus, who is undergoing oxidation? Br minus. But we have to write its reduced value. Reduced value is given to you. It is 1.09 volt. So if I put it here 1.09 volt, obviously this is higher value. So your answer will be minus. And if you subtract it, you will get 0.32. Right? So E0 cell you have got it 0.32. Therefore, delta G0 is equal to minus NF minus 0.32. I can write one formula. So this will be equal to minus NF minus 0.32. So this will be equal to plus NF, right? And if delta G is positive, therefore reaction is non-spontaneous. Yeah, you can say not feasible. Why not feasible? Because you are getting the value of delta G0 positive. Here, if this is positive, you get the value of delta G negative. So remaining three examples, you can solve it and you can write it in homework and give the screenshot on WhatsApp, whether the remaining are feasible or not.
Done, sir.
Okay, now the last question of this chapter, number 18. Again, it also contains so many examples. We'll do it one or two, then you can write it yourself. Now, question 18 of the exercise. Number 18 is predict the product of electrolysis in each of the following. Come on, I'll take it one by one. First one, an aqueous solution of silver nitrate with silver electrode and aqueous solution of silver nitrate with silver electrode. Sure. How will you find out the answer? This is your question. Solution will be silver nitrate. You know the formula AgNO3. On passing electric current using silver electrode, you will get Ag plus NO3 minus. Now, solution is aqueous, so you will get water H plus OH minus, right? These are the two possibilities. Now, what will be the reaction at anode? At anode, now you know Ag plus. Earlier we have written the value of Ag plus. I will write here. E0 Ag plus oblique Ag is 0.80 volt and E0 H plus oblique H2 0.0. Now at anode and at cathode we have to write the reaction, right? At cathode is negative, so who will be attracted at cathode? Ag plus and H plus. These two will be attracted, right? But we know reduction potential of silver is greater than hydrogen, so silver will undergo reduction. So Ag plus electron will give you Ag solid. So this is your product. Now important is anode. At anode NO3 minus is there, OH minus is also there, right? Now how will you decide? We know the oxidation number of nitrogen is +5 in this, and it is maximum. Further it cannot be oxidized, right? So OH minus will undergo oxidation. So 2OH minus will give you, oxidation means loss of electron. If it loses electron, it will be converted to water and half O2 gas. So what are your product at anode and cathode? Your product will be O2 gas and silver. This is your answer. Now, it is already given that you have taken a silver electrode. If silver is an electrode, it is an active electrode. If it is active electrode, then it will take part in the reaction, right? And it will give you Ag+. So you can write it that also. Second is electrolysis of aqueous solution of AgNO3. An aqueous solution of AgNO3 with, see this time same question is there, but this time it is platinum electrode. Platinum is inert electrode, you know, right? If it is inert electrode, then what will be the reaction? Same answer will be there. At anode, positive, 2OH minus gives 2 electron, plus water, plus half O2 gas, right? And at cathode, again same, Ag plus electron gives Ag. So this will be your product. Clear? Now, the third one, electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 with platinum electrode. Electrolysis of dilute H2SO4 with platinum electrode. Let us see what happens. When H2SO4 is electrolyzed by passing electric current using platinum electrode, we get 2H plus SO4 2 minus. Right? This is our equation. So at cathode, here you can write at cathode H plus, whether it is water or not, it will be H plus. So 2H plus takes 2 electron and get deposited at H2 gas. This will be your answer. But at anode, what will happen? Again OH minus, because this time inert electrode is there. So here SO4 is not going, again because oxidation state of sulfur is +6, highest. So it will give you 2 electron plus water plus half O2 gas. Right? So these are the product. The fourth one is electrolysis of aqueous CuCl2. Electrolysis of aqueous solution of CuCl2 using platinum electrode. Right? Now, you know how to write electrolysis. CuCl2 on passing electric current using platinum electrode, it will give you Cu2 plus 2Cl minus. Now what will be the reaction? At anode, negative sign. Actually it is aqueous solution. Right? But here chlorine will undergo reduction. Sorry, oxidation. 2Cl minus will give you Cl2 plus 2 electron. And at cathode, plus sign. At cathode, who will be attracted? If it is aqueous, Cu plus 2 and H plus. Again, I will write a value of Cu2 plus. E0 Cu2 plus oblique Cu is plus 0.34 volt. it is higher value than H plus. So copper will undergo reduction. So here the product is Cu solid and Cl2 gas. So this was about your exercise questions.
Done, sir.
Okay. कितना आ गया?
552.
Ask them, unmute them and ask them if they have any doubt.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, here the chapter is over. All the questions we have solved in text question, exercise, some homework is given to you. You try it yourself. If you don't know, you can raise your questions in WhatsApp. We'll give you the solution.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. You can end the meeting.
No problem, sir. No problem, sir.